I'm on a mission. Yes, on a mission to find how people keep well. What does it really mean to keep well? We all know why we have to keep well, don't we? How do you keep well? Today's fast-paced world means we often get caught up with the daily grind. We struggle to develop or maintain practices that help to maintain our well-being. It's very easy to feel overwhelmed by the constant demands and pressure. It's so easy to get distracted, isn't it, and end up doing exactly what we know we shouldn't be doing. Having easy to digest information to guide and remind you to keep well can make a world of difference. Consider me to be your dedicated well-being partner, cheering you to achieve big dreams and goals, which is only possible by keeping yourself well, living a happy, healthy, and meaningful life. In our previous episodes, we looked at some of the building blocks of well-being and how we thrive at work. We looked at our work well-being, our physical and emotional well-being. Dr. Nikki, a GP with special interest in mental health and the author of Money and Mental Well-being, also shared with us her personal journey and how she continues to maintain her physical, mental, social, and financial well-being. If you have not listened to episode 2, it is epic. Take some time to go back to listen to it. While it's natural to prioritize our physical and mental health, these are just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to our overall sense of being well. This week, we're shining a spotlight on two often overlooked aspects of our well-being. First, I would explore spiritual well-being, yes, and then I will talk about how our surroundings impact our overall health. These are topics that are quite close to my heart, and I would like to begin with a profound quote. We're not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spirit beings having a human experience. This perspective should remind us that our spiritual well-being is an integral part of our existence, shaping our journey in this world. Before we dig deeper into our talk, let us agree on one thing. Everything about our well-being is connected. I like to look at our well-being from 3 angles: our body, our mind, and our spirit. It is a bit like those health models I learned as a GP in training. We considered not just the physical health, but also how our thoughts and feelings affect our health. Now, we are broadening that view to explore all the things that make us feel good and healthy. Before we jump into today's discussion, here's a question for you to ponder. How do you really make self-care a priority in your life? Beyond the usual goals of looking after your physical and mental health, did you know that you could also set goals to enhance other aspects of your well-being? I would like to introduce you to a helpful tool called the Self-Care Wheel. This is readily available online and it can serve as an insightful guide. This wheel helps you assess where you are currently in terms of your well-being, and then it helps you identify areas you might want to focus on for improvement. It's a fantastic tool for taking a closer look at your overall well-being and helping you set meaningful goals to enhance it. So, I'll just go on and talk about the various dimensions of well-being. And certainly we know that these are all deeply interconnected. I find it fascinating to witness how one aspect can influence another. For instance, maintaining a well-rounded physical routine doesn't just benefit our bodies, it also has a ripple effect on our productivity, on our performance, and creative thinking. It can uplift our mood and reduce stress levels. Let's take a moment to imagine the positive impact of nurturing our spiritual selves. Consider how this can positively affect all other facets of your well-being. My intention here is to help you cultivate a keen awareness of these different dimensions of your well-being. Together, we would explore ideas and insights that may ignite your creativity when it comes to enhancing your overall well-being. It's all about empowering you to make meaningful choices for a healthier and more fulfilling life. Certainly, our spiritual well-being plays a crucial role in our overall health. I firmly believe that achieving harmony between our spirit, our mind, and our body leads to a meaningful life. It may not be 100% possible, but you can at least try. Whether you have a faith foundation like yours truly, or you are on a journey to discover your spiritual path, there's always something valuable here for everyone. I want us to understand that spiritual well being goes beyond religious practices. I personally find my faith to be a profound gateway to explore this aspect of life. But for me, it's also about establishing a deep connection with my beliefs, my values, and my moral. Interestingly, as I delved into the study of the blue zones of the world recently, I stumbled upon Icaria, a community in Greece that places a significant emphasis on their spiritual connection and the intricate link to their overall well-being. I found that really fascinating. Life often draws us closer to our spiritual selves during challenging times. It is those moments when life throws unexpected obstacles, such as illness, loss, or grief, and then we begin to ponder on some of life's deep questions around our identity, our connection to, as some say, the universe. What is the essence of life? These are questions that we all ask ourselves from time to time. And sometimes we really don't want to ask those questions out loud. The beauty of nurturing our spirit lies in the fact that we don't have to wait for these difficult moments to embark on this journey. Here are three powerful ways to nurture your spiritual well being. Number one, clarity by reflecting on your core values. Now, this is a very intellectual and a very soul searching process, but it does set the stage for recognizing patterns that align your activities or your proposed activities with what would contribute to your happiness. I know it might not be easy to engage in this, but what about creating a thinking space or time to explore this a bit more? I promise you it would be very useful. Now, here are some thought provoking questions you can ask yourself. When was the last time you felt troubled? Were you able to let go and embrace the present moment? What helped you? Do you often experience feelings of emptiness or loneliness, or do you feel connected to something greater than yourself? Do you have a desire to contribute positively to the world? Does this resonate with you? And this last question, do your actions genuinely align with your deeply held beliefs? These are questions that can help you gain insight into your spiritual journey and guide you towards meaningful actions. The second suggestion I have is connection. So we've talked about clarity. Now it's connection. Connecting with yourself, with others, and nature is vital for nurturing your spiritual well-being. So with my first suggestion about clarity, having a form of clarity is also about connecting with your inner self. And taking time to do this is essential. Sometimes, if you find this difficult, you could try listening to words that bring encouragement to you or inspire a connection with some of your deep beliefs or perhaps your spiritual truths. I often find listening to faith-based podcasts like Joel Hostin provides a connection deep within my soul to truths I believe. Next step is seek out like-minded individuals or community who share your spiritual passions. You could join groups that align with your spiritual beliefs and values. And this helps to foster a sense of connection and purpose. Often, these groups provide mentorship and opportunities for you to share life experiences or just to listen to other people sharing their life experiences. And that way, you feel like you are not alone. And you feel like, yes, there are people like you out there who are genuinely interested in your well being and your welfare. Next is connecting with nature. It is transformative. Recently, I was reading about going on all walks, where you seek out vast and novel environments that can significantly impact your well being. Research has shown that these walks actually reduce stress. They help increase a sense of gratitude and promote a sense of wonder and appreciation of the world. Nature helps you reflect on the vastness of the world and your place within it. For me, I have very loving memories of visiting the remarkable rocks whilst we were living in Australia a few years ago. It was truly a special moment for me. To be honest, I felt quite tiny, very tiny in the vast world of rocks and sea. It was an incredible experience. To connect with nature, I often encourage people to seek out impressive new environments. To be honest, it doesn't have to be anything complex. It can be as simple as taking a sunset walk or a sunrise walk, watching the stars at night, hugging a tree daily. I love that. You could try open water swimming, but please make sure you take all the necessary precautions. Hiking or bouldering. Definitely try to avoid distraction during this time. Keep your phones aside. Maybe you could use to take some pictures. No problem with that. Try to keep things fresh by changing your routes when you go on a walk or a run. Change your route around a little bit. I tend to just go the other way around. If you can afford to, try to get out of cities. Maybe visit some zoos or gardens or monuments. It is well known that visits to urban green spaces lowers negativity. It does make a big difference. Taking nature walks have a number of positive effects on our physical and mental, and in fact, our overall well-being. So my question to you is, would you take a nature walk and explore the wonders of the world around you? So lastly, with nurturing our spiritual well-being, I would encourage you to take some action, do some complementary activities. Engage in activities that have a profound impact on your happiness and well-being. They generally contribute to your sense of purpose and the impact you're making on others. It could be through your work or maybe your creativity or just daily life. I remember one of the things I did. I was just dancing in public, and I got my one of my daughters to just take a video of me, and I just did a crazy dance, and I loved it so much. I was giggling, and my daughter was giggling. It made me so happy. Now consider activities such as singing, dancing, playing. Just playful playing. You could be praying or meditating or even practicing mindfulness. I always encourage people to volunteer as well. Research has shown that happiness often comes from helping others. Acts of kindness not only make the recipient happy, but also bring joy to the giver. You can find ways to perform acts of kindness consistently, as this can be a powerful practice for your spiritual well-being. We all know about gratitude. It's a valuable practice. It really involves recognizing and acknowledging the sources of goodness in your life, whether it's big or small, whether it's positive or negative. Sometimes it's just expressing thanks to your colleagues at work, appreciating life's blessing, and understanding the source of life can help you keep things in perspective. In future episodes, we would explore a lot of these activities in a bit more detail. Remember, friends, that health isn't merely the absence of diseases. It's about achieving wholeness. It encompasses all aspects of our well-being. Regardless of where you are, you can begin with choosing to be intentional about keeping well. Yes, you can choose to be intentional. Whether it's just gaining clarity about your identity or making efforts to connect or a commitment to contribute to the well-being of others, your journey to keeping your spirit agile is a profound and ongoing one. Every step counts. Now, for this second segment, I will dive into the fascinating relationship between our immediate surroundings and our overall well being. Now, before we get into the nitty gritty, let's lay a quick foundation. When we talk about environmental well being, we're talking about how the places we live, work, and play affect our health. For example, clean air, safe water, access to fresh, healthy food are all vital for our well being. Conversely, polluted air or contaminated water can have serious health consequences. But it's not just our physical health. Our immediate surroundings also have an effect on our mental and emotional well being. Living in a pleasant, well planned environment with access to green spaces can provide a calming effect on the mind. It can reduce stress and it can promote mental clarity. Nature is a powerful ally in promoting mental well being. You know what? I'm a big fan of taking walks. It has become a very regular part of my routine. I make time for a brisk 30-minute walk about 3 to 4 times a week. Honestly, it's been a lifesaver for me. And during these walks, I get to breathe in that fresh air. I soak in beautiful and delightful chorus of bird songs, and I witness the beauty of new flowers blooming. It's a gorgeous start of my day. And there's something truly magical about catching the sunrise, isn't there? If you haven't, I would like you to do that one day. It's truly beautiful. But here's the thing, these walks aren't just about physical exercise for me anymore. It is also my time to connect on a deeper level. I use this precious time to pray. I dig into my feelings and decide on my next steps in life. You won't believe it, but the idea for this very podcast came to me during one of these early morning walks. They say great thinkers are walkers, or is it the other way around? Speaking of great thinkers and walkers, history is full of them. I was really fascinated when I was reading about stories of famous philosophers, authors. And for me, during a recent visit to the stunning Lake District landscapes, I delved into the life of the renowned romantic poet William Wordsworth. It turns out he was a nature lover just like me, and he often embarked on very long reflective works. Much of his incredible poetry draws inspiration from the breathtaking landscapes of the Lake District. If you haven't visited there yet, trust me, it's a must add to your bucket list. Sorry, I couldn't resist throwing that in. And then there's Charles Dickens, one of my all time favorite authors. He had this fascinating habit of taking nighttime walks. It said that strolling through the streets of London at night helped him deeply connect with the city. Those sensory details he gathered during his walks gave life and energy to his novels. They made it quite vivid and immersive. It's incredible to think about the inspiration he drew from simply being out and about. So you see, these walks, whether in nature or through the bustling streets, have a way of sparking creativity and they offer a deeper connection to the world around us. You see, these walks are more than just a stroll. They are like a journey for the mind and soul. And guess what? There's something in it for everyone. Whether you're taking a walk to just clear your head or seeking a fresh perspective on life or just simply soaking in the beauty of nature, it all adds up to something truly special. It's like a secret ingredient that can supercharge our creativity and enhance our well being. It brings more meaning into our lives and to the lives of people that surround us. It reminds me of a quote I absolutely love from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. but by all means, keep moving. I think this speaks to the heart of it. Keep moving in your natural environment. Embrace the journey. You will find that every step can lead to new insight, fresh ideas, and a deeper connection with the world around you. I would like to acknowledge that some factors that affect our health can be outside our immediate control. In as much as we have a role to play, but the systems we live in also matter. Feeling safe and secure in our surroundings is a big part of this. When our neighborhoods are safe, when the police do their job well, when our buildings and roads are secure, it makes us feel safe and secure to venture out to do activities that help us feel good. So I can completely understand that your environment being safe is a big deal on our journey to being healthy and happy. Finally, as we explore the dimensions of our environmental well-being, let's delve into the active role each of us can play in nurturing it. Beyond feeling safe in our environments or in our surroundings, we can also actively contribute to a better environment by adopting sustainable practices. I know this is one area that we can all improve on. For example, one step you can take is participating in recycling programs. Recycling reduces waste and it conserves our resources. I personally don't like food wasting. A small action to reduce waste can have substantial benefits for our planet. I'm truly blessed with a wonderful mother-in-law. And once when she was visiting us some years back, she encouraged me to recycle more. She helped me appreciate the where I live. And she actually took time to sort things out for us into the various recycling elements at the time. For me, it was just so inspiring to watch her. And I don't take this for granted anymore. Another way we can adopt some sustainable practice is to embrace green transportation options. This contributes positively to our environment. I can understand if this is challenging, especially as a busy mom of two. But a slight change is better than none at all. We can choose to use public transport, do some carpooling, especially for those birthday parties that we take our children to. We can bike or even walk when possible. Reducing our reliance on fossil fuels, we not only decrease air pollution, but we also promote a healthier lifestyle, but also a connected community. So have a little think about this. Now, this is for me an exciting aspect of adopting a sustainable practice. It's about incorporating green building techniques, using energy efficient designs, and also renewable energy sources in our homes. Now, there are so many examples of these, and one day I'm hoping I can get a guest to come and talk up to us a bit more about how we can contribute to making our environment greener, especially at our workplaces. We can make simple changes that can significantly reduce our environmental impact. And for us, it's just feeling that we are making that commitment, that individual commitment to creating a sustainable, eco-conscious living space. Now, this is another easy way to do it, planting trees, just so that the green spaces in our neighborhoods can be maintained and also just enhancing the beauty of our local environment. It also improves air quality. Community gardens and initiatives to protect natural habitats are great ways to connect with nature and foster a sense of environmental stewardship. In the area I lived, we recently had a no mow May for our local council. We were encouraged to just leave our lawn to grow wild throughout the month of May, just to give the short and long grass plants a chance to flower and provide an extended source of nectar for insects. Even just leaving a small section of the garden to grow wild can make a difference. Actively participating in this practices not only reduce our environmental impact, but also empower us as individuals and our communities to make a positive change. It's a collective effort that starts at the individual level, and together we can contribute to a healthier, more sustainable planet for generations to come. Thank you for listening to this podcast today. I've enjoyed sharing my knowledge with you, and I hope you have enjoyed listening to. Remember, our overall well-being is not a one-size-fits-all concept. It's about finding practices that resonate with you, nourishing that connection to your beliefs, your values, and the world around you. Whether it's through faith-based practices or simply spending time in nature. The journey towards a happy, healthy, meaningful life is worth starting and keeping up with. So, the big question is, how are you going to keep well this week? Remember, well-being is not a destination. It's an ongoing journey of self-discovery and self-care. Stay tuned for some more thought-provoking discussions in our next episode. Together, we can cultivate a thriving and balanced existence. I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to all our listeners and guests who have joined us on this enriching journey. Your presence has made this podcast truly special. Remember, it's never too late to prioritize your well-being, and you're not alone on this path to living life well. I'll be right here, cheering you on every step of the way, and I'm thrilled to have you here with me on this adventure. Be kind to yourself, and remember it's okay to seek help and support when needed. Your well-being is a precious gift. Investing in it will not only enrich your life, but also empower you to be a positive force in the world. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button, and get ready to unlock the secrets to a thriving life. Keep exploring, keep growing, and keep on keeping well. Until next time, this is Jaye signing off. Take care and live life well. Bye.